What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Aubrey.
And I'm HP.
And today we have a lot planned. So I know that we said that we were going to put a kibosh to buying new cars for our Turo fleet, but we recently found one that we are both pretty excited about.
Aubrey and I are heading to the dealership now to go take it on a test drive, and you guys get to come along.
Today we are taking my car, the Toyota 4Runner. So it's currently 9:30 in the morning and HP and I are heading to the dealership to go check out this car. We actually went to the dealership yesterday on a Sunday to make sure that the dealership still had it and to make sure that the car is what we actually wanted. And so we are heading there now to see if we can work out a deal.
So if you guys have seen our videos before, you know that Aubrey and I do not like going to dealerships, and we typically don't buy from dealerships. More, person-to-person, private party, mainly because dealerships are always a little more expensive and we don't want to pay the extra price just to get it from a dealership, especially if we're going to be paying cash or financing or what have you.
Warranty isn't an issue.
Warranty isn't an issue, which a lot of our cars do not have any warranty by 2 or 3 times the life of the vehicle. So, but this one we're pretty excited about. We found something that fits perfect, the price is right, and I'm pretty excited. What about you, Aubrey?
I'm excited. I always get excited whenever we get new cars, and this car specifically I think is going to be a special one. Now there's a very real reason why we're going to a dealership today rather than like a private party like what we normally do, but over the last couple of months there's been some cool discussions with HP and I revolving some cool content ideas, how to grow the business, how to grow the channel, and this is kind of step one of that entire process. And so I am super excited about it, hoping that we can get this done. That way the rest of our plans can come to fruition as well. So we'll see what ends up happening.
It's not a Chevy.
Okay, HP, how's it looking?
It's looking pretty good. Car drove really well. Aubrey was impressed with it too. It definitely does have a little bit of wear, but that's to be expected. But the car is really nice.
We don't buy Turo cars without some wear.
Yeah, that's true. There's no negotiating power. We don't buy clean cars. Why would we? All right, so waiting on finance right now. They're going to take us back and get financing all arranged. Aubrey's going to head out of here now. She's going back home. She doesn't want to stay in a stinky dealership any longer, and I don't blame her. But things are going well, and if everything comes back, I'll be driving back in the vehicle and you'll be able to see it.
So like HP said, I've headed home. He is still at the dealership. I had to go home and I have a meeting here in a few minutes that I had to prepare for. But at the point in which I left, we had agreed upon numbers and it was really just about signing paperwork. Now we are going to be going through and breaking down all of the details of this deal once everything is finalized. But now it's just a waiting game. I just have to wait for HP to get home. And so let's fast forward here a bit.
Introducing our Maserati Ghibli SQ4.
Addition to the Turo fleet, our Maserati Ghibli that we just purchased today. HP, we know that you love this part. Give us a rundown of the car.
All right, so this is a 2015 Maserati Ghibli, and this is actually going to be a SQ4. So this is technically a Quattroporte, which means 4 doors, and this does have the boosted twin-turbo V6 engine made by Ferrari, but it has Maserati branding all over the engine. Now the SQ4 is definitely the higher trim level for the Ghibli of this year. This is going to feature not only the 3.0 twin-turbo V6 engine, but this does actually have the upgraded tune, so it's the faster version of it. It does come equipped with these nice, wonderful red brake calipers. They don't say Brembo, even though they are made by Brembo. They say Maserati on them to signify the Maserati brand itself instead of Brembo's. This does have a lot nicer creature comforts than one of our Yaris's, considering it's worth 5 of our Yaris's. But very nice interior, all leather throughout this entire vehicle, top, bottom, dash, even out the suede on top of the headliner as well. Definitely a really nice vehicle. Blows Aubrey's Yaris is out of the water.
So we purchased this car earlier this morning from a local Chevy dealership. Now, we've been wanting to add a luxury car to the Turo fleet for a while now, not like a super long time, but for about a month or two we've been kind of throwing around the idea of getting a luxury car for the Turo fleet, and it was a matter of deciding which car we wanted to get. And we decided on the Maserati Ghibli a couple of weeks ago, and then it was a matter of just finding out which one we wanted, what year we wanted, what mileage, and all those sorts of details. And I think to our surprise, we were happy to find one within 10 minutes from our house, which was quite lucky. But we have some really cool things in store for this Maserati. We got it for a very, very specific reason. Now, we did get it to add it to the Turo fleet, but there is an underlying reason and an underlying purpose as to why we got it, but more on that in the next video.
Now you might be thinking, why would me, of all the people, approve of buying a Maserati? And I can tell you exactly why. It just makes sense. It's an expensive car, and that attracts expensive price and expensive people.
Exactly. So whenever we were looking for a car that we wanted to add to the fleet that was a luxury, we wanted to find something that would garner a higher price tag, something in the like 125 to 150 range. And whenever you're looking at cars, it's hard to find cars that fit that description without spending 60, 70K, which is something we simply were not willing to do. I mean, our entire Turo fleet is worth 60K. So yeah, getting one car worth 60K was something that it didn't make sense. It wasn't a good business move. And so that's when, I can't remember if it was you or I that threw around the Maserati. I think it was me.
We came across it because we're going back and forth of like, what high-end luxury vehicle, or just the name for all the intents purposes, would really, like she said, garner a higher price tag.
Oh, wow.
What do people of like, that know really not a lot about cars but know luxury, and in their mind thinks that is a really nice car and that would justify that price? And I think me and you went back. I said BMW.
Mercedes.
I said Mercedes, and we looked at BMW. And then we looked at even all kinds of high-end luxury vehicles in that segment, like Lexus or like Lincoln for all cars. And we found that Maserati just checks all the boxes. It's equal parts sporty. It's definitely not a more common car that you'd find. It has an Italian presence where it's not just a German luxury car. It's just a really cool, well-rounded car.
But the one piece of the puzzle that HP didn't mention is the depreciation. All of the cars that we've talked about hold their value quite well. I mean, to get a new Lincoln, you're Lincoln expert, 60, 70K easily for a high-end Lincoln. Really, six figures, 100K for a high-end Lincoln. Mercedes, same thing. BMW, same thing. To get a car that would warrant a 100 to 150 per day price on Turo, we would have to spend 60, 70K. That is the exception of the Maserati Ghibli, which has depreciated like crazy, and thus you can get a wow car at a not so wow price. So HP, how much did we pay for the Maserati Ghibli?
So out the door, I was able to negotiate with them right at $29,500. It's actually $29,499.99. I didn't pay a penny more, so less than $29,500. Now that's with tax, title, license, tag fee, everything. That was out the door.
Like we said earlier, this is a 2015. It has 45,000 miles. It is a two-owner car.
Yeah,
two-owner, of course, clean Carfax like you have to have on Turo. And we're just super pumped with this purchase. Whenever we had come up with this idea, I had in my head, if we could get under 30K, I'd be happy. HP was trying to set my expectations closer to 33, 34. And the fact that we were able to get in at under 30 and we got a car that both of us are happy with, couldn't ask for a better scenario. So with that being said, you guys, we have some really cool stuff planned with this Maserati in the coming weeks.
And it's not just some really cool plans. We have an experiment going on, a challenge, if you will. Maybe even a little dinner bet. But I think you guys are going to have to choose a side.
But again, more on that later. So make sure to stay tuned for next week's episodes of the channel, because we will be doing some more Maserati content before this car is listed out on its first day. I'm super pumped, super stoked, so is HP, and like always, you guys,
Be sure to hit that like, subscribe, and that notification bell, and we'll see you on the next episode.